you.
Jasmine, can you enable the share screen, please? Perfect.
Wendy, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Edna, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And we're going to be getting started here. Shantae is going to share her screen for the presentation for today.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
All right. So closet transformation, how to get your bedroom closet from chaos to calm. So our quick overview, we're going to go over why our closets become an over. Oh, sorry.
I can't. I don't think we can see the screen.
Oh, sorry. 1 second.
Welcome, Ophelia. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Now we're in business. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, awesome. From the top. All right, closet transformation, how to get your bedroom closet from chaos to calm. Excuse my voice. I am in the process of rebuilding my voice. So if you see me drinking a lot of water, I'm just rehydrating the vocal cords here. So our overview today will be why are our closets become an overwhelming challenge, a step-by-step guide to tackling our closets, how to maximize your space in your closets, and learn how to use my dust method that I've personally have come up with. It's what I use with my clients. And then kind of an overview shopping list of some of my favorite items that I've used or other clients have used in their personal bedroom closets. So, sorry, excuse me. A little bit about me, as Jasmine has stated, I am from Seattle, born Seattleite, grew up in the Central District. I live over in West Seattle currently, where I've lived for, since 2003, I think, oh my gosh, like almost 20 years of living in West Seattle. I officially started my home organizing business last May, so approaching that year mark. As I've mentioned, I love closets and pantries and helping people declutter. Those are like my top 3 favorite things about this business. I mean, I have other spaces too, but those are like the top 3 for sure. And then in my spare time, watching sports and working out is my jam. Again, I'm a Seattleite through and through. Bring back the Sonics, go Seahawks, even without Russell Wilson, and go Mariners, as they are killing it so far this season. So understanding the why of how you got here. First off, we all know we probably have too much clothes and other items shoved into our closets. We got things that are collecting dust, things that we have had for 10 plus years, things that no longer fit, things that are broken, things that need to be, we know the deal. And then also, just improper storage. Like, you got bins that are sitting in the bottom of your closet full of shoes that you probably don't wear, full of clothes that you don't even remember you had. And then you're just stacking stuff on top of it, or you just throw stuff in the closet and shut the door to kind of make your space appear like it's, organized, but we know behind the doors, stuff is falling at the seams, right? Also, learning about, color coordination and grouping the same type of style of clothing together. So I know some people like to put their whole outfits together. If it's a business suit with the top and the jacket and the pants, things of that nature, just learning how to do that to be able to really maximize that space. The other reason, shoe boxes. I don't know why people decide to keep shoe boxes, but that tends when I'm going into people's closets and like getting in the process of possibly bringing them on as a client, I see tons of shoe boxes. And again, you don't even know what's in there. You ain't seen those shoes in years. They're collecting dust. They're probably not even your style. Maybe you can't even wear them anymore. The heel is broke, the shoelaces, like whatever the situation is, right? And then, just the overall feeling of feeling overwhelmed and not knowing where to begin. Obviously, you open that closet door and it just looks like pure chaos. And you're like, where do I even start to get this closet up to par, right? So you have to take everything one step at a time and know that it is not going to get done in a day. It is going to take multiple sessions and take your time with it. That's like the number one thing I tell people is that closets take a couple of sessions to get through, but you can get through it. Thing number one is you need to empty out the entire closet. You need to pull everything out. Everything needs, you don't leave anything in the closet first and foremost. This gives you a sense of how much stuff you have and how much stuff you were shoving in that closet, and you are going to be amazed and surprised. Then I would have 3 separate areas of what items you know you're going to want to keep, what items you know you're going to want to donate, and what items you know needs to just be discarded. And then I would honestly start with clothes and shoes. That is the easiest gateway into learning how to declutter, learning how to organize. As I'm trying to, learning all that. Start with the clothes and shoes. You're gonna know as soon as you pick up that sweater, the sweater don't fit no more, it's time for it to go. Okay, I really love this sweater. I haven't seen it in years. I remember how it made me feel. I can still fit it. It's still in great condition. I want to keep it. Or this is rags and I don't even know why it's in my closet. Time for it to go. And then I would move on to sentimental items. So this is what I'm going to say about sentimental items is that is where the root of the time is going to take, because like me personally, my pictures were in my closet, old birthday cards, graduation cards, all this stuff that brings so many memories. And it took me hours to sort through. So that's going to be where the big chunk of your time is going to be. It's going to be in that sentimental item. Now, when it comes to sentimental items, I would say that if you're going through, especially like your pictures, any duplicates, any pictures that are, blurry, you just automatically discard those. Get rid of them. Get rid of pictures of people that you don't like anymore, per se. I wouldn't hold on to those either. And then if you want to put that in a box and like deal with that separately, that is completely fine. Deal with that at your own time and your own leisure and at your own pace. But clothes and shoes are going to be the easier ones. And then I would move into those sentimental items. And then obviously discard anything that is broken, anything that is not speaking life to you. Just automatically get rid of it, put it in a bag and let it go. Let it go. Before you move anything back into the closet, it is good to get a nice cleaned out closet. Wipe down the walls and shelves, vacuum, dust, mop, just really get a nice thorough clean. Who knows when's the last time that closet has been really thoroughly cleaned out. So that is the perfect time to be able to do all that. And then obviously when you know what items you want to keep, I personally like to keep certain items together. I like to keep my sweaters together. I like to keep my jeans together. I like to keep my same style of shoes together. That's just me personally. And you're just going to have to know what works best for you and your style. If you're the type of person where if I've worn this, I'm going to put it in the back of the closet. That way I wear everything else that I want to keep prior to going back to that last item. Some people do that. That works for them. But again, it's about finding your very own individual storing system of putting your items back. And personally, I love a good color coordination. I just feel like it's easier for me if I'm like, okay, I'm wearing pink shoes today. Let me go in the closet and find a pink sweater. Perfect, goes, put it on, I'm out the door. But again, finds what works for you. Just making sure there is no questions thus far. Okay.
And perfect. I'm actually curious, Shantae, those of us who are looking to upgrade our cleaning gadgets, what kind of cleaning gadgets do you recommend or are on your wish list?
Oh my goodness. I am recently very obsessed with this. I got this steamer. It works on upholstery. It works on walls, like getting like in the like nooks and crannies of like the baseboards that are like seems really hard to clean, especially if they've collected a lot of dust over the years. Yeah, like a good steamer is like that is my go-to gadget. I got mine on Amazon for like $40. It's like a little handheld, comes with different attachments and stuff on it. So you can, like I said, you can use it on upholstery. You can use it on the walls. You can use it on the baseboards. You can use it to clean your sinks, like whatever you pretty much want to use it for. And it just like, you just fill it with water, you plug it in, you let the water warm up, and then you go in and steam with water, you put a little essential oil in it, whatever you want to do. That's like my go-to gadget.
Yes. Thank you, Shantae.
Of course. So this is, if you were on the last meeting, we did go over this, but this is my dust method for cleaning out your closet. I, of course, declutter, but this isn't about going in and just automatically going in and going through your clothes and shoes and accessories and determining what you want. You really have to set your mind up. You got to get you into the right mind, body, and spirit to be able to really execute this. You know, light a candle, meditate, put on some good music, you know, put your phone on do not disturb, set a date to work with yourself, or if you're working with other family members, you're working with your husband, and you're like, honey, we're gonna get in this closet on next Saturday. We getting in this closet, we setting the date, don't make no plans, we're doing it. Just really set your mind up for it, because it is going to, it can be a very overwhelming and emotional process, and just know that going into it. Because I think a lot of people just think like, yeah, I'm gonna go in and it's gonna be, we're gonna go from A to Z and it's gonna be perfect. There's gonna be no hiccups. There's going to be hiccups, but know that, take that in, set your mind up, and you're going to be more successful with it. Then in the U is the unorganized. So that's where you just start going in. You really start decluttering. You go through every box, every storage container. You know, you start grouping things together. You figure out what you're keeping, what you're discarding, what you're donating. And then the S is the setup. That's where you're measuring your space. I will get more into that throughout the presentation. Looking for product in your home, because I'm telling you, probably 9 times out of 10, you got some stuff in your house. And when you declutter and you start, you know, cleaning some stuff out, you can start reusing some of those bins and containers and boxes, you know, that way you don't have to go out and spend more money at the store buying new stuff. But if you want to go buy new stuff, that's great too. And then the T is the ta-da, where you just admire your tranquil space and you pat yourself on the back and maybe pour a glass of wine or treat yourself to a nice dinner and really marvel the work that you really put in. Oh, is there any? So I have to keep going. Oh, where you find your steamer, Raina? Oh, yes. Yeah. Amazon's been the game changer, especially in the last 2 years, where, you know, we've had to learn how to shop online for sure. Okay, so as far as taking that to the next level, this is how you can really learn to maximize your space, where you can really find some style in your closet, because I feel like your closet should resemble like going to the shopping mall. It should resemble going to the mall, right? You open up that closet door and you should feel like, okay, I'm ready to shop in here and I'm dropping the whole paycheck in here. That's how you should feel when you open up that closet. So the one thing that people ask me all the time, what's like the one thing you can do to spruce up your closet? That first one, matching hangers, is the game changer for elegance and really maximizing your space. I go either velvet or wood. Wood does tend to be a little bit more on the bulky side, so I would, but the wood looks nice and it is really great for certain garments. So I would say if you have this, if after you declutter and you have the space for wood, go wood. But personally, I have velvet because I do like have a lot of clothes in my closet, and I love the aesthetic. It really gives that mall store feel, and it feels great.
And I have from Rena in the chat, she said, Joy, is it mango? Are you trying to say mango or mangano?
Mangano.
Mangano, okay.
Those are the best hangers in the world.
I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna look into that after this meeting.
Mangano.
HSN, y'all. HSN.
Oh, HSN. Oh man, that HSN is something else.
Yeah, but those hangers, they're really good. They really are. So I love them.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Raina, for sharing. You use the wall. Use the wall. There's so many people who don't. You got to think vertical. If you really want to maximize your space, everyone has a wall. Everyone has a door. Really use it. Use it for, I've seen people get like command hooks and put their hats along the wall of their closet. If you have a lot of, you know, you got baseball caps, you got church caps, or you just like wearing hats in general. You know, shoe racks over the door, or, you know, or shoes on display on the wall. Like, you really got to use the wall. Use the wall. Jewelry, like, use the wall. also that means using the door as well. Those, like I said, those over the shoe racks, we'll get into more of those like examples in the presentation. Matching boxes, baskets, and bins. Again, like I said, you should shop at home first. Use what you got first. But again, if you're looking for a certain aesthetic, or if you do need to go out and get some items, matching boxes and bins, again, for those sentimental items, the pictures, the cards, scarves, hats, things of that nature. It really brings that, like, again, that store-like aesthetic into your closet where you feel like I'm shopping and I'm about to drop the whole paycheck. Also taking it to the floor, adding floor shoe racks, adding in a small dresser where you can really get a little bit more storage in there if you don't necessarily have the shelving to do that. And again, we will get into more of those examples throughout the presentation. And last but not least, and probably the most important thing you can do, take measurements, take measurements, take measurements. The last thing you want to do is get to the store, you find something cute, you buy it, you bring it home, and it doesn't fit in the space that you want it to fit into. So please, please, please take measurements. Write your measurements in your phone, write it on a piece of paper, make sure you have it with you. So that way, if you're going out and buying and sourcing product, you got those measurements and you know if that's going to fit in that space. Okay, so get inspired. So these next 3 slides are going to be some of the items that either I have used or I've had other clients use, or people who really, just have used. So this is as far as shoe storage. Me, I'm just a very visual person, and I like people to like show me things. I like to go to the store and window shop and look at things and feel things and touch them and get inspired by this, because this is what I bring into my clients when I am working with them. So again, like you with the wood bench, that's taking it to the floor, right? They do have like the stackable shoe bins, the over the door shoe racks. They got these plastic stackable bins, or they even got like the shoe hangers that, you can actually hang from the rods of your closet to really like maximize that space.
Shantae, I have a question from Sharon in the chat. She said,
Yeah.
What suggestions do you have for displaying hats?
Oh, yes. Again, if you go to the dollar store, you go to the dollar store, you get command hooks, right? And you literally, I would like give you an example here, but like you see this wall back here, I would literally, if I had like wall space, I would take command hooks and put them on the walls, and then you could just store your hats on there. And there's so many cute displays, and I think I got one here in the accessories slide. But that would be like number one. Oh shoot, wait, I have to go back. Okay. But yes, I think that's in the next slide here. So this is as far as like clothing storage. Again, it just really depends on your closets. I mean, some like my closet literally just has one long rod, and that's in a shelf on the top. Like that's what I have to work with. So again, getting like a small dresser, getting a small clothing stand that you can store other items in, getting some like plastic bins that you can store on the upper shelves, get some things that you can hang from the rods. And again, those hangers, wood hangers, velvet hangers, that type of aesthetic. I thought I had a hat one on here. I will find you a hat one and I will post it for you. As far as getting inspired with your accessories, again, jewelry boxes, getting shower rod hooks, which you can get at the dollar store, and like literally you can hang them on the rod of your closet if you have purses, or even hats. I've seen people do that as well. Again, that over the door rack where you really can put your purses and your accessories and things of that nature up. Getting even those like divider boxes, putting your wallets in if you do have a lot of wallets or purses, things of that nature. Tie clips hanging. I even like if you get those like scarf racks where there's like they're like 3x4, and it's like where you put your scarves into. I put my workout pants through those. They're in my closet right now because I like to work out and I don't want to clutter up my drawers with a whole bunch of workout pants. So I got 2 of those, and I'm like, okay, this is it. And if I decide to buy more workout pants, then that means I need to go through and throw something out because I ain't got no more room outside of the 24 hooks that I have in my closet. Okay, so a little quick recap. of what to do. First off, declutter, decide what you want to keep in your closet. Honor your feelings when going through your items. Again, like you got that dress from 10 years ago and you remember wearing it to that event and you felt so special in it. And honor those feelings, but also know that it's okay if you want to keep it because you're like, I'm definitely going to reuse this item, or honor the feelings that you have and say, I had a great time in this dress, but it's time for me to let go and give it to somebody else who could have a great time in this dress as well. Set a budget if you are going to go out and buy, new items to go through your closet. Set a budget, because you can go ball out at the Container Store, you can go to Target, you can go to Home Goods, Marshalls, whatever, and before you know it, you're gonna drop $500 and you end up spending a lot of money. So set a budget and try to stick within that budget. Again, measure all spaces. I can't specify that enough. Measure all spaces. Vertical, again, is the name of the game. Again, maximize that wall space in the closet for sure. Every closet is different, and of course you got to make the most of your space. And again, I'm going to show you I'm going to show you my closet. That way you can kind of see what it looked like before versus what it looked like now. And then last but not least, do not get discouraged by what you see on social media, what you see on TV, what you see on the internet. Again, I know home organizing is like the hot topic right now. If you have Netflix, watching Home Edit, Marie Kondo, Design Network got shows, like all these channels, everybody got a show, everybody got an Instagram, everybody got something to sell, right? And you look and you're like, oh my gosh, my house would never look like that. It's not supposed to look like that. Your house is supposed to look like somebody lived there. It's supposed to look like you live there. It's supposed to look like your family lives there. And it's okay if your house doesn't look like everybody else's. It's not supposed to be. And I've personally had to go through that with my own closet where I'm like, I really want this particular aesthetic, but that's not what my budget is going to allow. Nor is that even me. That's not my style. So I have to do what's best for me, right? And I'm going to leave you with this quote before we go into the closet here. Your home should feel like a vacation, a break from everyday life, a place you never want to leave. Honestly, it should be the place where you literally can get in the door, you take your shoes off, you take your coat off, you take your purse off, take your hair down, and you just feel at peace. And if your home doesn't feel like that, you got to get it that way. And a lot of that does come with getting organized and decluttering. Oh shoot, I didn't put it on here. I thought I put it on here. Hold on, let me pull up the photo of my before and after of my closet. Sorry, I thought I had it on the presentation, but.
And while she's looking for that, does anybody have any questions for Shantae? She is going to go through her closet and kind of walk through how she organized
Actually,
it.
you know what? I don't need the picture because I'm just going to bring my camera over. That's what we're going to do because you're going to see it anyway. It's all put together. But if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat or raise your hand and then we can go through that. So I guess you won't see the before, but the after of my beautiful closet. So on the top here, I don't know if people can, I guess I got to kind of turn over. Okay, so over here, I have like all my yearbooks from school. I have some photo albums. I have mixed CDs because mixed CDs were a thing, and I still have them and I still play them frequently. Then I ended up getting these acrylic shelves because I wanted something to put my purses into. And then I got some purses displayed, my bigger purses displayed on the top. And then this bin is all like swimwear.
Real quick, do you want to stop your share? That way I can spotlight your screen so they can see it bigger.
Yes, sorry. I should probably do that.
All good.
Oh, guess sorry, 1 second. Oh, is it nope. Pause share.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So again, so this one is all like swimsuits.
Oh wait, it didn't go. Hold on.
It didn't?
Yeah, hold on, let me see. So let me just share mine. I'll do stop share. Okay, so that took it away and now you're spotlighted. So go ahead. We're all
Okay.
good.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave my camera here and then
Okay. Perfect.
hopefully, okay. So I have like these 2 acrylic bins. So again, one for purses, one for swimwear and shorts. And then all my, like, I have lots of sweatshirts because I love a good hoodie. I'm just the type of girl that I like to be comfortable personally. So I have like all my clothes are like color coordinated, beige, green, orange, my darker colors. And then I have my, again, these racks that are usually for scarves, but I put my jeans on it. I put my workout pants on it because I like to work out and I have a lot of workout pants. So I have 2 of these that were gifted to me. And then I guess I have to bring over to the back of the closet here because this is the beautiful part. Sorry. Okay, so again, maximizing the wall space. I have a lot of scarves and hats, so I put this shelf on here to kind of just maximize that. And then I got a little extra room here. And then down below, I don't know, I'm trying to bring the camera down a little bit. Down below here, I bought this 2-tiered drawer set at Home Goods, and then I got some jewelry display so I can like display my jewelry, have some extra storage for other pants, and then I got like fancy shirts and dresses and things in the back of the closet. But I wish I had the before. I'll have to like send it to Jasmine and she could send it to you guys. That way you can see the before and after of that back half of the closet, because it was truly a hot mess before. So.
And Shantae, thank you for showing us that. What suggestions do you have for folks who may not have your typical bedroom closet or have really a small closet that you can't really put too many different fixtures in there? What suggestions do you have?
Yeah. Again, I would, the number one thing is you're going to have declutter, and then you're going to have to figure out what you have the most of. So if it's, you have more clothes than shoes, then you're going to have to just, you're going to have to learn how to fold some items. You're going to have to learn how to stack some items, get some dividers in there. If it's more shoes, I would definitely utilize that floor. Get, get some shoe racks in there, get some shoe bins that you can, something stackable, or something that is going to have a lot of shelving on it. That way you can really store your shoes. If it's more on the, like, you have a lot of purses, things of that nature, again, it really is going to boil down to like what is like the design of your closet. If it's more that if you do have some like shelving space in there, like individual shelving space, kind of like a drawer system, but not, you know what I mean? Like if you like on one side of the wall, if it's like 4 different compartments, fold your clothes, put them in there. Maybe make one of those shelves for your purses or accessories. Per se. If it's more of like my closet where it's the one big rod and the one big shelf on the top, then that means you're gonna have to maximize that rod space, which is maybe you're gonna have to get some scarving racks and put your pants through them to maximize some spacing in there. Get some shower hooks to hang your purses on the rod if it's more of, you have that long rod situation. Again, you're gonna have to use the floor, use the walls, and really you're gonna have to get a little creative about using what you have with the space you have, if that makes sense.
Yes, thank you, Shantae. And we have Rena with her hand up for a question.
Hi, Shantae.
Hi.
Hi, you said something about letting go of, look at something and remember the memory, right?
Yes.
So what I found for me was letting go of my past. Like I've changed professions, right?
Yes,
I used to
ma'am.
be in corporate America. So now I'm a little bit more relaxed.
Yes.
And let go of the suits. Let them go. Keep one for Sunday morning ushering or whatever. But let go of all the suits and all the things that represented your past life.
Yes, ma'am.
And because your style changes too. And I found that as I aged, my style was different.
Yeah.
So a little bit more relaxed. I mean, I wish I still could wear a mini skirt, but oh well.
No, and that's
You
And that
know?
is the perfect way. Again, it's a reminder of letting go of that past, just like you said. And also, two things too is that this is all like you're always going to be evolving as an individual, as your style, as your closet. Like everything is always going to be evolving. Like once you get done with this particular project, it's not just wipe your hands and I'm done and I'm never going to have to do this again. You're going to have to constantly go through and edit your space. You're going to have to edit your items, your clothing, your accessories, your shoes, the things you have. I go through every quarter and I go through and edit and I go through all my clothes and shoes. And I have a bag sitting here right now, ready to go, ready to be donated. And also on top of that too, it's okay to repeat an outfit. I don't know what it is with us as Americans who think we got to go out and we got to buy a new outfit because we got such and such event coming up. Now, granted, if it's a wedding and you're a part of the wedding and you want to buy something new and nice, great. But how about you buy something new and nice that you can re-wear again, that you can reuse again in the future versus buying it for one time and you never wear it again and you didn't spend $100. Annette, yes, Dress for Success still does exist. I actually have a contact that still works with them. If you want to reach out to me personally, I would gladly be able to help connect you with Dress for Success. I'll drop my email here. I think Jasmine did at the beginning, but I'll just drop it here again.
Yeah.
In case anybody came in late.
And I have from Rena, she said, I'm the queen of the repeat because I look good for the first time. So I look good the second or the third time. Yes.
Yes, man. This shirt that I am wearing, I'm telling you, I bought this in 2019 and I bought it and I was just like, well, I need something to wear because I had something to do with my main job. And it's every time I wear it, I get so many compliments, but I've worn this shirt so many times. It is one of my favorites. And I've learned that it is okay to repeat an outfit. When I go to work for my main job, I probably have like 5 or 6 outfits that I just constantly rotate through. And I'm like, yeah, you saw me in this last week and I don't care. This is comfortable. It fits. It has functionality. I work in a restaurant, so I need to be flexible and be able to move and carry food and bus tables and do whatever. I don't care. And I still get compliments. And I'm like, I wore this last week. I don't care.
And then Shantae, any suggestions for kids' closets?
Ooh.
And just narrowing that down, keeping that tidy?
Yeah. As far as kids' closets, you know, they're growing, right? And it's hard to like, you know, kids' closets are more of the challenge because for us, we're not necessarily growing, you know, generally speaking. But for kids, I would say make sure that you are constantly editing their closet. That's going to be number one. Constantly going through, making sure that if these items don't fit, you're getting rid of it. That way you have space to be able to continue to grow their closet. Make sure that things are in their style that they want them to be in. And don't just buy stuff because it's on sale. Just really make sure that you're really focusing, you're really honing in on they're still growing. Other than that, I mean, you just follow the same kind of, I mean, you can pretty much follow the same guidelines as an adult closet, you know, make sure, you know, things fit, you keep things that they really enjoy. Yeah.
Thank you. And then you had touched on it in our last session, and you had just mentioned it as well just now. But can you talk a little bit more about, you know, being intentional about your purchases?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. So I will say that my organizing journey really started when COVID first hit. And I realized I was spending a lot of time at home. I was hoping to take care of my nephew because my sister was still working in public sector at the time. Well, she still is, but and I just realized that I was living in chaos. And but that also meant that I was filling a lot of voids in my life with that included a lot of shopping for that one event, dropping hundreds of dollars in stores. And then when I go through and edit my closet, I'm throwing away things with price tags on them. And so now when I shop, I shop with the list. I know if I'm going to Target, I know what I am buying and I'm sticking to the list. If I know I'm coming in here for toothpaste, deodorant, and a pair of new slacks for work, that's what I'm going in for. And I stick to the list and I try to not get deviated too much. Like, it's okay to window shop, it's okay to peruse and put your hands on things, but I ain't putting that in my cart. And I've realized that I've been able to switch the money that I was shopping with and filling those voids and being able to turn that into experiences for myself, where I am able to take that money and go to a nice dinner, take my mom to a nice dinner to celebrate, because I have the money to be able to do so. Me and my nephew do monthly sushi dates. He's 8 years old. I take him to sushi every month and we just sit down, and I wouldn't be able to do that if I was still spending all my money on shopping. So again, it's just about setting a list. It's about knowing what you want when you go into the stores. And it's okay to peruse the aisles, but don't put that in your cart.
Thank you, Shantae. And I have in the chat from Ispa, she put Southwest Clothing Bank is also a great place to donate clothes. They're in West Seattle, wonderful organizations where you can go and get items for free. I use them a lot to assist my patients. Thank you, Ispa, for sharing that resource. I have for Rena, once you are organized, you can find joy shopping in your own closet by creating new outfits of what you had and didn't know it. Isn't that right, Rena?
Oh, 100. I just recently did that. I went like a month ago. I went and met with some friends for dinner, and I was like, oh, what am I gonna wear? And I put together a whole new outfit of stuff that I already had, and I looked amazing. And I got so many compliments, and my makeup looked like I felt so renewed. And I was like, I did that out of my own closet. I didn't have to go out and buy anything. It was, it's the most amazing feeling. But it really, it comes down to, it's not just about decluttering. It's not about just organizing, whatever space. It's really truly about, why do we overconsume? Why do we like to shop? It's really honing in on that. And it's going to be different for everybody. And once you really understand what that is, it is going to help you to not overconsume, to not overshop, to not overspend, and be able to save money and energy and time and resources. Time management too. Yeah, all that. That's what it really, really essentially boils down to. And I don't have the full expertise to do that, because some of that does involve a little therapy and psychology and things of that nature. And I'm not certified to do all that. I'm just certified to kind of give the general overview of that.
And Shantae, what would you say are your top 5 or top things that you do day to day to keep a tidy, organized, and decluttered home or space?
Number 1, I like to thank God. That's just seriously, it's just open my eyes. I think or whoever you believe in, I like to thank the higher being for first waking me up. That's first and foremost. Thing number 2, make your bed. If you do not make your bed every day, I really encourage you to make your bed every day. I started doing that when quarantine first hit, again, spending a lot of time at home. And I think for me, that was the catalyst for me wanting to get organized and really going through and organizing my space. I make my bed every day. I don't care if I know I'm going to end up getting back in it to take a nap later. I'm making my bed. Number 3, I do sit down and be very intentional with my mornings. So either journaling or meditating or sitting in silence, or even putting on some good music. As of right now, it's like the 70s funk for me. A lot of Confunction, a lot of Roy Avers, like a lot of whatever. I just like good, feel good music or feel good energy to really kickstart my day. Number 4, just really pump yourself up. I do read daily affirmations. Read your Bible, read some feel good stuff that's really going to set that intention for your day. And then number 5, I would say, put your items back. If you take it out, put it back, put it back, put it back, put it back. And also set, a star bonus, number 6, set 10-15 minutes aside every day or at the end of the night to just really go through and tidy up your space and put things, if things did get a little out of, put things back, because you wake up in the morning, you really do feel refreshed knowing that your space is put together.
Thank you, Shantae.
Yeah.
And what would you say for folks like me who have the big pile of laundry? How do you tackle that? How do you get started?
You want me to be honest with you? Look, I'm hiding it right now, but you see that over there? That is my big pile of laundry. I'm not gonna lie. Look, these organizers, that's the problem with these organizers. They be lying to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is laundry from 2 days ago. Then I actually need to fold. I gotta fold it today. It's on my to-do list. But you just I don't know, because I'm just gonna give you, I'll give you a very real and honest. You gotta just find what works for you. What works for me is that I usually will fold that, and then I usually have another pile of laundry that I need to do. And the motivation for me doing this pile of laundry is to fold the old pile. And that's kind of how I personally work. I'm just gonna be that's just me being very honest. But when I do have to do laundry, either I'm putting on some really good upbeat music, because that, if I'm singing songs or rapping songs or doing whatever, I don't even feel like I'm folding laundry. I just feel like I'm in a music video shooting the scene or whatever. Or I do turn on TV, but usually I'm listening to good music, or I'm having a conversation with my mom and just kind of catching up, talking on the phone with somebody, usually talking on the phone, talking to somebody, or some good music to help me get through the dreaded folding of laundry.
Thank you.
Or if you have, here's another thing too, if you have the resources to go out and get somebody to do your laundry for you, or get a cleaning service or organizing service or whatever, I would say the game changer. And think about the money that you're going to save with not shopping. Once you realize like your triggers with shopping and overconsumption and things of that nature, then you can put that money towards those services where you don't have to do the dreaded laundry or the dreaded cleaning or the dreaded organizing or whatever, or the dreaded cooking or whatever it is that you really don't want to do. And even if they fold half of your laundry, you still do the other half. I mean, that's something, you know.
Thank you, Shantae. And I have from Rena in the chat, how do you organize your makeup and skincare items?
I organize by category. So I have a like full vanity that I keep all my stuff displayed on, because for me, if things are hidden, I'm not going to use it. So I just group things by category. So like, I have like a lazy Susan, like compartmentalized lazy Susan that I keep like my makeup brushes in, as I'm looking at it right now. Keep my makeup brushes in, my blush, my highlighters, things of that nature. And then I got some other organizers of like lipsticks, lip stains, lip gloss. I got a whole nother organizer of all my like eyeshadow palettes. Yeah, I just kind of keep everything categorized on my vanity. And then I honestly go through, I don't buy any more makeup. I haven't really bought anything that I don't need in the last 2 years, because again, when I was getting organized and I saw I had so much makeup that I like never used or barely used, and I realized and then I also realized I was going to Sephora every other week, dropping $200 on, again, stuff I wasn't really using. And now with seeing it, I actually tend to use a lot more of it and save a lot of money, because I can see it all.
How come we were still buying lipstick wearing all these masks?
Right. I don't even know. Now I'm just like, I don't need to buy anything, because again, I personally still wear my mask when I go out. So like, this is probably the most makeup I've, done all week. So.
Sorry, go ahead. I have from Chalice in the chat. She said, yes, I'm working on the over consuming and over shopping. I have tons of clothes from phases or periods in my life. I have a church rack, a work rack, a cruise rack, okay, and a waiting to be worn rack in my basement. 2 closets full upstairs and the packages yet to be opened. I need an army to help me release all of the clothes I have hoarded. I love cute stuff. I am with you, Chalice.
Yes. I 100% completely understand. Oh my gosh. I would order all the things and buy. But see, I wasn't the online. I'm going to the mall and I'm coming out with a trunk full of bags that I'm literally I gotta get 2 loads to bring it in the house. And I done dropped $1,000 at the mall. So I get exactly. I get exactly what you're going through. But again, it's finding out why, knowing that you can repeat an outfit, and letting go of the past, and knowing that if you decide to let that go, you had a good time in it, you had some great memories, but again, it's okay to let it go and give it to somebody else to have a good time in.
Yes. And then we have here from Deja, wasn't there an expiration date on some makeup products?
Yeah, they usually say about 18 months to 2 years for majority of makeup products is the expiration date. Again, I don't know if they're just saying that so you go out and continue to buy more makeup, or if I'm sure there probably is some truth to that. Like, I wouldn't wear makeup from 5 years ago per se. I would have like tossed that out. But I do feel like you could probably stretch it out a little bit past the 2-year mark. I do have some makeup that I still use that is a little bit past the 2-year mark. And again, with the makeup, like they're constantly pumping it out, right? It's not just, oh, here's our collection, and then in 6 months, we're going to put a new collection out. No, they're coming out with collections like every other month. So again, they want you to keep buying it. It's about the overconsumption. So like really
anymore, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So like keep that in mind too. I mean, yes, don't keep your makeup forever. You should probably go through and get rid of the items that you've had for 3+ years. But also know what your style is, know what kind of makeup you like. Use that makeup, and then when you get low or if you're run out, then you can go out and buy more.
Yes. And then I have a question. I believe you answered it earlier, but you said how often, the question was, how often do you edit your closet? And I believe you said quarterly.
Quarterly.
Yeah.
Some people do say like 6 months, like the winter versus summer. That work. I mean, again, you're gonna have to figure out what works for you. I like to stay on top of it every quarter because it just is what works for me personally.
Mm-hmm. And then it looks like we have some other things in the chat. It looks like Rena said that she labels her makeup and skincare items
Yes.
the date she received it.
Yes.
Sharon, she said, I have a couple of different sizes for losing and gaining weight periods. Yes, I definitely.
Yes, that is a huge one too, because especially in the last 2 years of COVID, like, a lot of people have had a lot of transitions with their bodies. And so what I would say to that per se is that, yes, it is great to have goal clothes that you want to fit into one day. Again, I would say just make sure that it is within the style that you are currently in, and that when you do get down to that size, that's still going to be something that you would want to wear. If you know that that's not your style, I would definitely donate it. As far as keeping bigger items, I personally have known people who have kept bigger sizes, and it has kept them away from their goals of wanting to get down to a certain size. So I would teeter very loose, very tightly on like keeping, the clothes that don't fit you because you're a smaller size currently. Again, I think that if there are some of your favorite items that I guess if you like had to fall back on per se, just, with the times and the life that we live in, that would be fine. But I would definitely keep more of my smaller items that are more in style. That way I have a goal that I want to get to.
Yes. Thank you, Shantae. And I have here in the chat from Patricia, I was a shopping addict at one point in life, but finally overcame it. Congratulations. That could be really hard. Now, if an item comes in, one goes out, and I schedule donation pickups at least once per month. Our main problem now is the paper clutter.
Patricia, first off, that is amazing. Congratulations to you. Like, seriously, congratulate yourself and pat yourself on the back, because that is a feat that a lot of people always want to get to. And for you to be able to get to that's freaking huge. That's so huge. As far as the paper is concerned, I don't know if it's just more of like, is it the mail that's coming in per se? Is it more of like you printing papers and keeping them thinking that you're going to need them? I don't know what the context of that is, but generally speaking, with paper clutter, I would go through your mail every day. And if like, I don't need this per se, make sure you got that pile, and I would consistently shred often, burn it, take it to a recycle plant that will shred it for you, whatever you got to do to get rid of that paper, like, and consistently be on it, just like you're consistent about, your clothing donations, like be consistent about that paper clutter. If you could switch things to email, I would definitely switch things to email. Set up a bill email account. That way all of your bills go to one email and they're not clogging up your main accounts that you use for other, purposes. And that way you're able to keep track of all your bills, via email, online, everything is there, what's going on. Yes, and if you would invest in a mini shredder, if you can get a shredder and keep that at your house, that is probably going to be one of the best investments you can ever get. There's a lot of good shredders out there for like under $100 or just right around $100. And I know that may be a sticker shock for some folks. I like to think of it as going to Disneyland, right? You go in, the sticker price is, oh my gosh, it's this much, but like you're gonna go in, you're gonna have a good time shredding those papers, and you're gonna know that you're on top of it. So yes.
Thank you. So I have in the chat from Ispa, she said, mine is the bargain and the pairing clothing I already have with other things, layering, adding another color. My habit started as a teen. I'll be early 70s on Sunday and I still love to dress. Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday, Taurus season. Yes. I love it. Yeah. My birthday's coming up as well. So I like a good fellow Taurus season. Yeah, that bargain shopping. I'm telling you, that's how they get you. They get you on those sales. And again, once you know that, and again, it's okay to go window shop. It's okay to like put your hands on things. But see, that's how they get you. You put your hand on it, you see that price tag, you're like, oh, it was originally $19.99 and now it's $5.99. And I gotta put that in my bag and go to the cashier. That's how they get you. So again, if you really know, like, I have a lot of great items at home already that I can wear, and I love to dress up and I love to look good, and I got a lot of things in my closet already. I don't need to add one more thing. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. And if that's what you got to tell yourself when you're looking at that, yeah, that looks good, but I don't need it. And put it back.
Thank you. And then from Chalice, she said, my thing is catching good quality stuff on sale. I have a website that makes everything $2.99 once a year, and I can't resist. I buy stuff for everybody. I also buy several sizes because my weight fluctuates. My addiction started as a teen in the Brass Plum at Nordstrom and J. Jacobs. What's that website?
So, Chalice, here's this would be my advice. Again, you know that it's going to go on sale. Again, it's just a matter of knowing, do I really need this or not? That's what it's really going to boil down to. As far as shopping for other people, because I know this is another big one too, where we feel like somebody's birthday is coming up, somebody's graduating, somebody's doing this, doing that. I got to go buy them all this stuff, right? I'm just going to tell you, majority of the time, they're not going to use it, or they're going to use it one time and they're going to donate it. They're going to throw it away. Like, unless you know for sure that this person really wants this particular item, then go ahead and get it for them, where they're going to use it, they're going to love it, they're going to enjoy it. But there's so many clutter-free options that you can get for somebody that they're going to enjoy and love so much more than you buying them a certain item because it's on sale, or you think it's their style, or whatever the situation is. I mean, get them a massage, take them out to eat. Like, I love to eat. If somebody was like, I'm taking you out to eat for your birthday, I'm not buying you nothing, sign me up. Where are we going? Like, I'm there. An experience. Take them to a show, take them to a theater, take them to a play, things like a concert, things like that, where it's going to be a great experience. It's going to be a great investment into your relationship with that person. And it's going to be something that you're always going to remember going to that thing with that person at that time. And you're going to remember either how much fun you had, or on the flip side, if there was some stuff that went down and some drama, one day you're going to have a laugh about it, whatever the situation is. But honestly, I'm not going to remember my mom buying me a t-shirt because she thought I liked it. She still does that. And I'm like, Mom, this isn't even my style. Like, ugh. But I'm going to remember me and her going to, a Bobby Brown concert and having a great time.
Yes. And then we have here, Rena just stating that she has a mini shredder that she uses when mail comes in. Patrice, she also goes through mail every day. It looks like Rena, you put QVC and HSN, Easy Pay. Okay, and then we have happy birthday wishes to ISPA. And from Patricia, she put so true. A lot of donated items are unused gifts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't contribute to that clutter for other people. You wouldn't want somebody doing that to you. So just don't contribute that to other people.
All right.
Oh my gosh, this was good. You guys asked a lot of good questions and had a lot of good input.
Any other questions before we wrap up the session for today?
I just wanted to say that for African Americans of a certain generation, looking nice was a responsibility.
Yes.
And I have two parents that you did not leave the house without, everything coordinated, telling my dad's business, but he had he had silk underwear that matched every suit and tie and thing. And he would buy 2 ties and have a puff made from the second tie. So everything was coordinated. So
Woo!
I get it really naturally. And my mom was the same way, back when they wore gloves all the time, she had gloves of every color, the handkerchief, all that stuff. So it's hard when it's been ingrained in you that when you step out the house as an African American, you got to look a certain way. It's
Yes.
cultural.
It is so cultural, and there's so much research that has shown that, the whole African diaspora and the enslavement and all that, and like how all that ties into our parents or grandparents of the silent generation into the boomers, into the Gen, like it all comes down to where we are today. And yes, for Black folks, we had to look good, and you better make sure if you stepping out that house, you better be casket sharp, honey. Okay, don't come out the house. Don't be coming out the house looking bad. You better, I remember my great grandmother, she's like, Shantae, you go back in that house. We're going to church today, and I need you to be the best looking great grandkid dressed in this pew today, honey. And we were on Saturday, we go to Value Village, get all the stuff, and be ready to go for church on Sunday. And but she also taught me, like, when she unfortunately passed away in 2009, and we had to go through her house, and oh my gosh, the stuff that she had. I mean, just there's so much clutter. And it's hard. And I think a lot of that does have to do with, like, if you have people, again, in that Great Depression, if you have people grow up in that Great Depression era, like my great grandmother, like they were taught to hold everything because it could be here today and gone tomorrow. And they have passed that down to all of us, where we think we got to hold on to this because one day I might need it. I got to hold on to this because of whatever. And we really, truly don't. We are in such better positions in life than our ancestors were. We have a lot more resources now. We are able to, if we do have to shop on a budget, go to the thrift stores, go, and find things where necessarily they didn't have access to all that. And so we need to use that to our full advantage for sure.
Thank you. And then I wanted to just acknowledge the question we have in the chat. From
Yes.
Patricia, she said, I may have missed it, but any advice for spice cabinets and drawers?
Oh, yes. First off, you probably got spices in there that are expired. So I would say that would be the first and foremost thing. Like, obviously, like if it's, within a certain range, like if it expired at December 2021, you could probably still use it. But if it's like 2019, I probably would get rid of that per se. That would be number one. Number two, if it's within cabinets, Lazy Susans is going to be the name of the game. Those like turntable ones that you spin around, keep everything on there. That way you can really see everything, and you're going to know where everything is. And then obviously, advice number three is that I would keep the spices that you tend to use on a more frequent basis more in the front of either the drawer or the cabinet space. That way you have easy access to them. Again, maybe keeping all those on one Lazy Susan. That way you can take them all off, put them all back when you're done, be on your way. Lazy Susans, or if it's a drawer dividers. Keep things nice and separated. Those would be like the main 2 items that I would get, and obviously go through your expired spices.
Perfect. And it looks like Rena has a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So I wanted to go back to what you were saying about how we as Black people, the way we dress. Well, that's especially true of Black women in the
Yes.
workplace. We could not roll up in there looking like just anything because we had to be pulled together because we were judged on our appearance. And
Yes,
so
ma'am.
however you were, that sister coming behind you, okay, stood a better chance.
Yes.
So I think that's one of the things that got us caught up in the shopping and making sure that we always look polished and professional, our nails, and see, it's not just our clothes. So these are money issues too.
Oh,
Okay.
100%. And it all ties
So
together.
it all ties together. So when we think about how much money we put on our bodies because of going to work, we were paying to go to work, y'all. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's 110% for sure. And again, it all ties together, and it all, again, like you said, goes back to us. You know, we feel like, especially as Black women, and especially in corporate America, we gotta be 10 times ahead of the game over our white counterparts because they're already looking at us a certain kind of way. So we need to make sure we present a certain kind of way, and which costs a lot of money and a lot of resources. And it's just, and on top of that, these corporations, like the clothing corporations and all this stuff, they know how to play into us as Black folks because they know we like to look good. So they marketing to us and making us spend all of our money on this stuff that we wear once, or we never wear, or we think looks good, but it really don't, whatever the situation is. And we know the rules of the game. So it's a matter of us to act upon that and make sure that we are saving our money. We're not going out buying stuff we don't need, and we're shopping in our closets.
I just wanted to add to what Rena said. You know, I am from that generation where our bodies and our hair were policed by other people. And so that performance instinct, you know, is just in some of us. And I agree with what you said. It basically put us in debt to appear a certain way. You know, think about the thousands that Black women have spent on their hair to appear a certain way. And, you know, we're the only people who have had to have a law passed so that we can wear our hair the way it grows out of our head. So I think there's a whole psychology around, you know, how the racism affected us and like you said, put us into debt trying to perform and look and be a certain way. So I appreciate you saying that.
Of course. And I love like being able to talk about this, especially within this group where there are a lot of Black women, because in home organizing, there is like, now we're starting to see Black women being able to succeed in this space, and it's great. And I'm able to have these certain kind of conversations, but like generally speaking, it is a very white space where I don't get to have these kind of conversations that often. So this is great.
Yes. Well, thank you all for joining us today. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the session. I did put Shantae's website in the chat. So just so you know, you can connect with her to see about that 30-minute free consultation to get you started on your decluttering and organizational journey. So feel free to reach out to her directly. Thank you all for joining us today. It's been a pleasure, and definitely think we should dig on that topic, you know.
I would love to come in and dig in on that topic. I think that would be so beneficial for our community for sure, Jasmine. We'll talk offline.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we'll see you back tomorrow. We do have Cooking with Chef Wayne Johnson. If you're not registered yet, feel free to send me an email at jasmint, jasmint@arth.org, and I can get you registered. He is cooking crispy salmon, bean mash, and asparagus. And Chef Wayne Johnson was featured on Iron Chef, as well as a host of other networks. So feel free to join us or reach out to me directly if you are interested in registration. So thank you all, and hope to see you soon. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your week.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.